Acapulco, Guerrero, Mexico, is an economic lifeline fading for Acapulco. The Aca Motos Festival, Balancing Local Benefits and the Blood of Domestic Tourism by Daniel Chivaria, from the World Press Agency and National Graphic Press. Acapulco, Grove, in a port city that breathes and survives almost exclusively on domestic tourism, the uncertainty surrounding the Aca Motos Motorcycle Festival has raised alarms among the local community. For small business owners and the working-class families driving the local economy, this massive motorcycle event represented a true economic lifeline. Today, facing recent restrictions and police crackdowns, many argue that officials are killing the goose that lays the golden eggs. Acapulco lacks large industries or manufacturing plants that generate mass employment. Here, the reality along the Miguel and Coastal Avenue is all about commerce, service, and daily hard work. Street vendors and small shop owners bitterly point out that on top of dealing with city permit fees and persistent external extortion threats like protection rackets, they now have to face government crackdowns on the very events that draw crowds. Two sides of the same economic coin, and the impact of Aca Motos is not limited to just one sector. Business owners in both the golden and traditional hotel zones agree that the arrival of thousands of motorcyclists covers everything from budget tourists to high-spending visitors. While small hotel owners and convenience stores saw a massive boost in sales, luxury resort owners in Puerto Diamante welcomed riders on high-end motorcycles like Harley-Davidson, Kawasaki, Honda, and BMW. Hotel owner Rufino Sanchez shared a perspective that reflects the reality of many local businesses. Even though he usually lives abroad, the reports from his management team were clear. Every time Aca Motos came around, it provided the economic breathing room we needed to secure and fully pay the payroll for the hotel staff. On the other hand, nostalgia and political backing also play a role. The sector recalls that this motorcycle festival was heavily promoted and supported at the time by Senator Felix Salgado Macedonio, establishing itself as a tradition that, for better or worse, re-energized the local market. Allegations of public official misconduct and frustrated youth. However, disappointment has turned violent. Young riders from states like the state of Mexico, Morelos, Puebla, Michoacan, Querétaro, Nuevo León, Jalisco, and Mexico City expressed deep frustration with local authorities. According to gathered testimonies, more than 100 motorcycles were seized at various points across the port city during operations that those affected described as excessive and accompanied by physical aggression. "We love Acapulco, but we are not willing to come back if the authorities are going to treat us with violence," noted some young people who are now considering looking for other destinations. In contrast, other sectors of the tourism community claim to have freely enjoyed the beaches during the day and the nightlife harmoniously, arguing that youth will be youth and customs become laws, showing total willingness to spend their money in the city in exchange for leisure time. Logistics failures and the international ban for analysts and convenience store executives. The root problem does not lie with the organizers or the participants, but rather in the blatant operational incompetence of the three levels of government. They criticize the total lack of efficient logistics, missing information campaigns, and the absence of interactive brochures clearly outlining rules, rights, and prohibitions for visitors, falling instead into direct confrontation with tourists. This situation becomes even more critical when analyzing the international landscape. While the port city eagerly anticipates upcoming events like the Tony Fest this May 30th to try to catch the spotlight, the reality of foreign tourism remains bleak. The spring break sector faces strict travel restrictions from foreign embassies. Travel agencies and life insurance policies do not cover incidents in the area, maintaining a virtual blockade on Acapulco. Added to this is the all-inclusive package model, which, even when it is bringing foreign tourists, leaves zero tip revenue for local workers like waiters. Acapulco thrives on tourism, and events like Aca Motos gave it local, national, and international exposure that now hangs by a thread due to poor governance. Moving forward for an informed Mexico, Journalists of the World, Uncensored Press, Mexico International. Published in La Voz del Mundo in the state of Veracruz and on international networks. Visit our website, find us on YouTube and TikTok, and share so the world knows the reality of Acapulco.